If you're planning a trip or a holiday and English isn't your first language, then this video is for you. Today, I'll teach you some simple English phrases that you can use while traveling. These aren't fancy or complicated, just real English phrases that you can use at airports, hotels, and in other traveling situations. I will explain each phrase and help you understand when to use it. Welcome back to English with Lucia. My name is Lucia and I make English easy for you to learn. Let's begin with the airport. Where is the check-in counter? This is a helpful question to ask if you're not sure where to go when you arrive at the airport. You can say, where is the check-in counter for Qatar Airways? And someone will show you the right place to drop off your bags and get your boarding pass. Can I see your passport, please? You'll hear this question from airline staff, security officers, or immigration officers. When someone says this, it's your cue to hand over your passport. You don't need to say anything, just hand it over and pass it to them. How many bags are you checking in? This question is common at the airline counter. They want to know how many big bags you're checking in. You can answer with just one bag or only hand luggage if you're carrying your bags with you. What gate is my flight at? Airports can be confusing. If your ticket doesn't say your gate number and you're not sure where to go next, you can ask this question. A gate is the place where you wait and board your plane. Is your flight on time or is it delayed? Delays can happen, and this is a good question you can ask at the information desk. You can say, excuse me, is my flight to Tokyo on time? And they will tell you. Okay, next, in a taxi or a rideshare, can you take me to this address, please? This is a very polite way to ask the taxi driver where you want to go. If you have the address on your phone, you can show it to them as you speak. And adding please makes it sound much more friendly. How much does it cost? This is a useful phrase you can ask in a place where the prices are not fixed. You can ask this before the ride starts so you know what to expect. Some drivers may give you a price. Others might say, we're using the meter. Please turn on the meter. In many countries, taxis are required to use the meter to calculate the price. If you think the driver is not using it, then you can use this phrase to politely remind them. Can you go a bit faster, please? I'm late. Sometimes you're running a bit late and you can use this phrase to remind someone that you need to be on time. But remember to say it nicely. You could also say, I'm in a hurry, if that's okay. You can stop here. Thank you. When you arrive at your destination, you can use this phrase to make sure that the taxi driver stops where you need to be. You might also say, here is fine, thanks. Okay, next, at the hotel or accommodation. I have a reservation under this name. And then you can say your name. This is the most common way to check in at a hotel. You walk up to the front desk and you can say, hi, I have a reservation under the name Sarah Lee. And the staff will find your booking in their system. Can I check in now? Sometimes you arrive before the check-in time, which is usually around 2 p.m. If you're early, you can ask this and they'll let you know if the room is ready. Is breakfast included? Hotels sometimes include breakfast, but not always. You can ask this to find out if you can eat in the morning there for free or if it costs extra. Can I get a late checkout? If your flight is later in the day and you want to stay a bit longer, you can ask this question. Some hotels will let you stay 1 or more hours without paying. The air conditioner is not working. If something in the room is broken, like the air conditioner, the TV, or the shower, you can ask reception. This is a polite and clear way to report the problem. Asking for directions. Excuse me, how do I get to? This is a polite and simple way to ask someone where you need to get to. For example, excuse me, how do I get to the train station? You can ask this on the street, at the hotel, or anywhere. Is it far from here? You can ask this after they give you directions. This helps you know if you can walk or if you need transport. Is it far from here means, do I need a taxi or can I walk? Can you show me on the map? If you have a paper map or Google Maps, this is a helpful follow-up question. It's easier when someone shows you exactly where to go. Do I turn left or right? When people give directions, it's okay to ask again. This question also helps you remember the way to go. You can also say, do I go straight or do I turn? Is it walking distance? This means, can I walk there or is it too far? It helps you decide if you have to take a taxi or a bus. Okay, public transport, bus, train, or metro. Where can I buy a ticket? Some stations have machines and others have ticket counters. You can ask someone to find out where you need to pay. Does this train go to? This is a great question to ask to avoid making mistakes. You can also say, does this train go to London? And the other staff or the other passengers will tell you yes or no. How many stops until? If you want to count how many stops until you have to get off, you can ask this question. It's helpful if there are no signs or you're in a new city. Is this seat taken? When you see a seat and you're not sure if someone is sitting there, this is a polite way to ask. What time is the next bus? If you missed the last one or you just want to know what the schedule is, ask this. It works for trains and ferries too. Okay, border control and immigration. What's the purpose of your visit? Immigration officers ask this to understand why you're entering the country. You can answer with tourism or business. I'm here for tourism. Simple and clear. Say this with a smile when asked why you're visiting. How long will you stay? Another common question, you can say 2 weeks or 10 days, depending on your stay. Where will you be staying? They may ask for your hotel name or address where you're staying. Make sure you keep a note of this in your pocket or on your phone so you know what to say. Here is my return ticket. Some countries want to see proof that you will leave. This is a useful sentence when handing over your ticket. Okay, emergency situations. I need help. This is the most basic and important phrase. Use this when you need assistance urgently. I've lost my passport. Go to the nearest embassy or police station and they can help you with this. Can I call the police, please? If something bad happens, like a theft or an accident, you can ask this to get in touch with the police. Where is the nearest hospital? If you or someone else is injured or sick, you can use this phrase to get medical help very fast. I need to speak to someone in English. In an emergency, communication is key. Asking this might help you find someone who can communicate and assist you better. And that's it. Now you know some English phrases for every major part of travel. Don't worry about memorizing everything today. You can just come back to this video and look at it again. Practice saying these phrases out loud. The more you repeat them, the more easy it will be to use them in everyday life. This is just a start for my English for Travel series. If you want a more advanced video, let me know in the comments. And if you want more help, check out my other videos or book an English lesson with me at englishwithlucia.com. I'd love to help you feel confident in English no matter where you go. Thanks for watching. Safe travels and keep learning.